Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's final video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's final video. So day 10 is going to take us to the 1st of June. Can you believe that? 1st day of June. And first day of meteorological summer in 10 days' time. So that goes to day 10, and then we'll be able to extend out beyond that. We extend GFS and ECM ensembles, may run to around a couple of weeks. I'm going to have a look at CFS-V2, of course, as always, at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. So I'll get on that for you very shortly. Just say about the first video today was our 7 a.m. Forecast. We also released the week ahead forecast, was on Saturday, week ahead forecast, and also the ECM extended video update has been released as well. So have a look at all today's videos if you would like to do that. Thank you so much, everybody, for all of the support, all of the watches, all of the views, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that. Thank you so much. So if you're trying to subscribers, we have reached 11.1k subscribers now, 11,100. So we've got our first 100 in. Thank you so much, everybody, for getting us to 11.1k. If you aren't yet subbed to our channel, then please give us a sub, and don't forget to tell your friends, family, everybody else to subscribe. We are going to try and get ourselves to 12k, but how long that'll take, we'll have to wait and see. Now, channel members, if you're a channel member, early heads up, on the 1st of June, which, as I just said, is day 10, you're going to be able to get exclusive access to the Winter 21-22 NAO forecast. So that's going to be released to channel members on the 1st of June. And then have a wide release across YouTube, across the channel and the internet on Sunday, the 6th of June, a premiere as well. Probably around 2 p.m. in the afternoon on Sunday, the 6th of June, and then we'll do a live stream, of course, after the premiere in the evening on that Sunday, and we'll discuss the NEO forecast, I'm sure. So, but if you'd like to have like a few days advance watch of the NEO forecast, then if you're a channel member, you can do that, and you'll be able to see it on 1st of June. If you'd like to become a channel member and get that early advance look at the NEO forecast, winter 2021-22, all you need to do is click the join button on the GavsWeatherVids YouTube homepage. It'll take you through to another page. We see what benefits you get, as well as like early look at the NEO forecast. There's a once a month live stream as well for channel members. So you can see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member. And you can sign up on that page as well. Thank you so much to all of our channel members. And yeah, exciting times. We're already starting to think a little bit about the winter that's coming. So I think the NEO forecast is going to be quite, it's going to be quite anticipated this year. But we'll see. We'll see how it all works out. But anyway, for channel members, you'll be able to see the NEO forecast winter 2021-22 in 10 days' time on Tuesday, the 1st of June. I thought I'd just start off with that little announcement. Right, so I better turn off the webcam, I think. It's going to have to do some highlighting. We're going to begin by having a look at what's going on in the tropical Atlantic. So here we go. That disturbance area we talked about yesterday has now developed into a subtropical storm. We've got subtropical storm Anna, or Anna. I'm not sure quite how you pronounce that. A-N-A. But how you pronounce it, there it is. It's a subtropical storm, giving maximum sustained winds of 45 miles per hour with minimum central pressure of 1,006 millibars, moving west-southwest at 3 miles per hour. I don't think it's going to do much more than that, so it's not going to develop into a hurricane or anything like that, or very unlikely to. Famous last words, I suppose. But I think it just expects me to say it's a subtropical storm. But I think the really important thing is that we're outside of the official beginning of the tropical storm and hurricane season for the Atlantic. That doesn't normally, begin until the official start. It's like the 1st of June. Again, 1st of June, to the 30th of November. So the fact that we're getting like a subtropical storm already, even outside the actual start of the season, I think probably is a heads up again that we are going to be in for a pretty big season of tropical storm and hurricane activity again this year. That's certainly what I would be anticipated. Maybe not quite to the levels of last year, which really was absolutely extraordinary and insane, the number of named storms we had last year. But nevertheless, I would suspect we're probably going to be in for quite a big season, and the development of this subtropical storm outside of the start of the season, I think probably is an early warning shot across the bows from the weather gods about where things are going to be going again through this year's tropical storm and hurricane season. This disturbance area just here, by the way, is just area of low pressure that's moving into Texas. Out of the Gulf of Mexico. That's going to dissipate as it moves inland over Texas over the next few days. So that's nothing to worry about. But this one, Subtropical Storm Anna, again, I think that is an early heads up of where things are going to be going through this year's season. Right, back to home. These are the latest temperature observations from XC Weather. Another very cool afternoon out there. We've got 14 degrees flashing away in several locations across southern England, which is about 3 or 4 degrees below average for like 2 o'clock in the afternoon in late May. Other areas are even cooler than that, so just 10 degrees at Bedford, Church Lawford at 10 degrees too, Wittering at 11, Scampton at 10, Humberside at 11, Doncaster at 10, atrocious temperatures, Shawbury at 9, Sennybridge at 10, got Lake Vomage at 7 degrees, Curry at 9, into Leeds, only 9 degrees there, Spadadam just 7 degrees, Chatterhall 11, Strathallan 12, Inverness at 10, Out Nahara at 9 degrees, Loch Glasgow at 8 degrees. Atrocious. Belfast is at 11 degrees. It's another very, very cool, very chilly afternoon out there once again. We may get the temperature to 15 degrees, I suppose, somewhere on the south coast, but even that is going to be a bit below par. I suppose the only saving grace is that it's not as wet and windy today as it has been for the past couple of days, so it won't feel as cold as it has done, but the temperatures are really struggling, really. And we can see that central temperature is still well below average, so provisional now to yesterday, 21st of May, we're standing at 9.6, which is an anomaly of 1.1 degrees below average. And we're not expecting that to change much from there either. My good friend Simon, aka Global Warming, on the Weather Outlook Forum is projecting that we're going to finish up with the CET at 9.78. 9.78 is the projection for where we finish up with the central temperature for May 2021. So under 10 degrees, our first sub 10 degree May since 1996. Indeed, our coolest May since 1996. So it looks like this is going to be the coldest May for 25 years after the coldest April for 35 years. Now, putting April and May together, because we have that coldest April for 35 years, now the coldest May 25 years, putting those two together, 6.4, and remember, the projection is 9.78. That looks like, if that's right, if the projection for May is right, it looks like this is going to be the coldest April and May combination, duo, for the centering temperature for, guess how many years? 80 years. Unbelievable. This is from Shryan Brewer, my good friend who helps me out with GavsWeatherVids and does a lot for me with the long-range updates. So this is from Shryan showing cold April and May combinations for the CET. Now, this is all based on the May projection, of course, but if the May projection is right, then the April, this is 2021 just here, the April and May CET will come out at 8.10. For those 2 months. So that's going to be colder than 1986 for April and May. So let's mark that one off. It will be colder than 1983 as well for April and May combination. It'll be colder than 1951 for April and May combination. So the last time we had an April and May combination for the central temperature colder than this year, if the projection for May is right, will be, or will have been, at 1941. Just there. 6.4 for April, 9.4 for May, coming out with a combined April-May CET of 7.90. That was 80 years ago. We could be, again, this is based on May's projection, remember, that if the projection for May is right, then this could be the coldest April and May combination for 80 years for the central England temperature. And actually, you know, one of the coldest that there is. So 1923, we're a little bit colder than 1923 for April and May. We're a little bit colder even than 1902, which was the last time we had the May CET underneath 9 degrees. So we're colder than 1902. We're colder than 1897 if the projection for May is right. We're above 1891. Just there, that's 7.85. We're colder than 1888 if the projection is right. We're a little bit above 1887 at 7.80. We're colder than 1885, and we're a little bit above 1879, which had a April-May CT of 7.30. So that's like the fourth. I think we're like the fourth coldest, if the projection for May is right, with the fourth coldest for April and May CET combination. Absolutely incredible, unbelievable. And in terms of the spring overall, though, it won't actually be overly cold for the spring overall. It won't be the coldest since 2013, I think, because March was a bit above average. So March lets the side down. If it hadn't been for that, then this would have been an extraordinarily cold spring, perhaps one of the coldest springs on record. But March comes in at 1.5 degrees above average, so that offsets it a little bit. But April and May have been a pair of absolutely extraordinary months, and yeah, possibly the coldest April and May CET combination duo, you know, for 80 years. Who would have thought that 2 or 3 months ago? Absolutely incredible, unbelievable. Of course, 1941 is interesting. Just here, that's interesting because that is like slap bang in the middle of the trilogy of very, very severe winters. From 1939 to 1941-42, there was the trilogy of extremely cold winters and notably cold, severe winters in severe months in January during those 3 winters of 39-40, 40-41, and 41-42. And when you have severe winters, very often the overall seasons, you know, rest seasons, will be a little bit cooler as well. So the fact that we are having our coldest April and May combination since 1941, potentially, but protection is right, you know, it might be a heads up for what's going to happen for this coming winter. Maybe like a sign from the weather gods, maybe a sign from nature that that we got to get ready for winter 2021-22. You know what I think about this coming winter, and it's likely to be really quite cold. But last winter was a teaser winter. This one could be a lot colder and you know, quite a bad winter. And this, you know, ongoing cooling that we seem to be in at the moment, maybe it's a sign that we've got to get ready. Who knows? Let me know in the comments what you think. But whatever happens next winter, I mean, this is very, very notable if we do come away with our coldest April and May since 1941. Who would have believed that a few months ago? Right, let's have a look at what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks then. So, we're going to look at GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. The red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Cambridge. We're starting off below average at the moment. It remains very chilly. We are eventually, by the bank holiday weekend, next weekend, going to get those upper air temperatures back closer to average. But again, as we've been saying in the videos over the past few weeks, there's no sign of anything sustained in terms of warm weather here, or notably warm weather. It's going to get warmer, it's going to warm up a little bit from where we are right now, but you look at that and it's hard to see anything notably warm there. There are 1 or 2 outlier members, or maybe not outliers, but they are at the very warmest end of range, but are going up to plus 10 Celsius at 850 HPA. But it's a real struggle to lift those temperatures up, and the ensemble mean of the white line is only getting back to average, or a little bit below. It's certainly not going above average. There's no sign of anything really warm coming up there in the next couple of weeks. Of course, that gets us to the end of the first week of June now. And precipitation-wise, there's going to be more bouts of rain as well. Certainly over the next few days. We're going to see plenty of rain. Then it's a case of showers as we move through into the second half of next week, into the first week of June. Maybe a little bit of a drying trend, but again, nothing consistent. We'll look at that and say we're going to be in for a, for a prolonged period of dry weather. Maybe getting a bit drier, yes, but it certainly looks like we'll keep showers going, really. So the wait continues for anything sustained in terms of warm, dry weather. Temperature, excuse me, temperature anomalies. From the 22nd of May to the 30th, they're going to be below average, not just the UK, but through many parts of Northern Europe. Precipitation anomalies from the 27th of May to the 30th, going to be a bit wetter than average. So on and on it goes. We keep waiting for a break, but for the time being, for the next week, as we've been saying for several days and weeks now, cooler than average temperatures, wetter than average rainfall. Latest wind flow map from earthnorthschool.net shows that we're between areas of low pressure. We have one area of low pressure sitting just to our east. Got another big area of low pressure out to our west. That's going to be tomorrow's deluge that will be heading in from off the Atlantic. Okay, so at that point, I think we'll put webcam back on, and there we go. For a time, we'll go through the generic chart, shall we, and see what they're showing. Right, so this is how the UK Met is looking for Tuesday. Low pressure over top of the country, winds in from the north. It's a pattern of the past few weeks and months. It's why we've probably had our coldest April and May for 80 years. And yeah, cool, wet conditions continuing to the early part of next week. Excuse me once again. Going through to Wednesday, high pressure is blocking then between Iceland and Norway, or between Greenland and Norway, and low pressure in the North Sea. Winds in from the north, cool, showering through the middle part of next week. Up to the end of the UK Met run, which gets us to Friday, the 28th of May, next Friday. Another little low is running in from off the Atlantic. So we have a go at building up some higher pressure to our south. It doesn't look particularly convincing. This low will bring rain so to the north. There's more low downstream. So you wouldn't look at that and say we're necessarily going to have much in the way of high pressure over bank holiday weekend. Let's move on to the GFS, as far as we get the UK Met. Let's move on to GFS midnight run. Again, low pressure dominates on Tuesday, brings showery conditions, winds in from north, and remain cool as well. Through to second half next week, just a little bit of a build of pressure, trying to push down from the north, from its blocking area of high pressure, but still really bit close to trough low pressure, so probably still showers continue into the end of next week. Into a bank holiday weekend, it all turns rather flabby, so we've got light winds here, and it'll probably feel a little bit warmer, but I suspect there's still showers being generated there. And by bank holiday Monday, we're actually close to an area of low pressure that's appeared over Germany. So it all looks rather flimsy. We may get a few days of drier weather over the bank holiday weekend, but to be honest, based on that GFS run, I would not want to bet any money on the weather turning particularly dry. Day 10, which is Tuesday the 1st of June, as we said at the start of the video, builds in this little ridge from the southwest, but not for long. Low pressure is never far away, coming and going. We actually finish up as we go further on through the first week of June, turning very unsettled with low pressure right in over coast, bringing plenty of showers, if not longer spells of rain too. So that certainly does not produce anything particularly dry. Now we've got this GFS 6 set, which is the latest, of course. Again, low pressure is sitting over to the east country on Tuesday, bringing further showers, if not long spells of rain, into the second half of next week. Just a little push of pressure from the north, trying to settle things down, but still with that trough just to our east, probably bringing showers to eastern areas. Now, the GFS 6 set does build up a little bit more in the way of higher pressure through bank holiday weekend, so it probably turns a little bit drier and warmer over bank holiday weekend. But by bank holiday Monday, by day 10, 1st of June, we're back into more unsettled conditions again, with low pressure beginning to push back in off the Atlantic. And then the 6 set really goes very unsettled, actually, through the first week of June. Look at this low just here. That will bring some really wet weather to England and Wales. Slight shades of 2012 and 2007 there, but the last real washouts summers. So you don't want to see that sort of pattern repeating too often, with low pressure developing from the south and pushing northwards. That could bring a deluge. It's all very extended range, so not worth worrying about at this point, but certainly the GFS has backed off big time any idea of high pressure being sustained. This is how the GEM is looking. Again, low pressure is over and to the east of the country, bringing showers, Longer spells of rain through the early to middle part of next week. Then higher pressure tries to ridge in from north, but it all looks very flabby. So you'd expect more showers to be coming and going here. And then as we move up towards day 10, again, we're trying to get some higher pressure going, but it all looks very flimsy, doesn't it? It's a little bit of higher pressure just to our east. It is turning a bit warmer, I think, by day 10, by 1st of June. It's turning a little bit warmer from the south. But it all looks very, very flimsy, and I expect if we go on any further, we'll probably find low pressure returning. And then the ECM looks like that. Again, low pressure over to the east of the country on Tuesday, bringing further showers, if not some longer spells of rain. That carries on into Wednesday as well. Winds in from north, so it'll stay cool. Into bank holiday weekend, the ECM, as it has done for the last 2 or 3 days, going to town a lot more on higher pressure. So this is Sunday, 30th of May, in the middle of the bank holiday weekend. A proper area of high pressure is sitting over the top of the country. So that is looking a lot drier than the, particularly the GFS, but also to some degree the GEM. It's producing a proper area of high there. But it might be an outlier. The ECM has been quite consistent about it over the past couple of days, though. So it remains to be seen where this goes in bank holiday weekend. This bank holiday weekend has caused a lot of uncertainty within the model output. I'm not sure that Mars have got this penned in quite right just yet. So it may take another day or so to resolve it. So wait and see where that goes. We might get away with a rather dry bank holiday weekend than particularly the GFS is indicating. But again, it all looks rather flimsy, I have to say. And even if it does turn drier over bank holiday weekend, it may not be sustained very long into the first week of June. This is a big precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run. So, of course, this is tomorrow's deluge. Look at all this rain piling in from off the Atlantic. Keystairs might get away with a dry day, though, till evening, but eventually rain will get through even there. And then we've got lots of showers on Monday, more showers on Tuesday. Some of them can be heavy and thundery and may carry on into the second half of next week, but get a little bit lighter. Go towards the end of next week, more rain is into the north and the west, actually, and then we get the build of pressure bank holiday weekend, which does start to settle things down and turns us quite a bit drier as we go through into the bank holiday weekend up to the start of June. Right, so that's gone through the charts. Let's just turn the webcam off. We have a look at the option on the table with the ECM ensemble. So these are the options on the table with the ECM ensemble today for day 10, which is the 1st of June. 22 members of the ECM ensembles have high pressure over and to the north of the country, bringing in winds from an easterly direction. That does include the control and the operational run. 15 with low pressure over the country, completely different, combined with northern blocking. Obviously, that's going to be very unsettled. 9 with low pressure to our north, high pressure to the south. That was looking a bit flat. That brings unsettled conditions to the north, driest in the south. And then 5 with proper northern blocking, high pressure around Greenland and Iceland. Low pressure over to the south of the country and winds are in from the east. So that's going to be cold and wet on that scenario. Kind of like what the GFS 6 said is doing in the extended range. Whoops, I don't want to go there, I want to go there. Right, in 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This will get us to the 6th of June, day that we release our NAO forecast, of course, to YouTube and to the internet. So we have 20 members of the ECM ensembles with deep area of low pressure over top of the country. That's going to be cool, wet and settled. 17 with high pressure, a weak ridge over the country. That's going to be a little bit more settled. And then 14 with high pressure to the north, low pressure to the south, winds in from the east. That's going to be the driest option. Probably the warmest option too, I would have thought. So it's all a little bit inconclusive as we go into June. But again, it's if you want a prolonged spell of drier and warm weather, and I know so many of you do, because I do read the comments, you know, if you want a prolonged spell of dry and warm weather, it does all look rather flimsy and inconclusive, I have to say. Let's have a look at CFS and then we're done. So these are 500 millibar hikes break down to week periods. The first week period takes from 22nd, 28th of May. Coming week has low pressure to our south and east, high pressure to our north and west, and winds will be in from an east to northeasterly direction. It's going to be cold and wet in the week ahead. Week 2 is going to be the 29th of May to the 4th of June. High pressure, you know, Scandinavia, man. Winds are in from the east. So that's going to be drier and rather warmer, potentially. Week 3 will be the 5th through to the 11th of June, with low pressure coming back to the west. That's going to be very unsettled again. Maybe relatively mild or warm with winds from the south-southwest, but it will be very unsettled. And then week 4 is going to be the 12th to the 18th of June. High pressure is back blocking within the northern latitudes around Svalbard. Low pressure is in the Atlantic, and that might send the low pressure of a jet stream through something like that, and could therefore be turning increasingly wet, actually, that, I'm afraid. But we'll have to wait and see. It's a long way off, of course, and may not verify it is 4 weeks away. Right, we're done. So if you enjoyed this video, then please can you smash the like button, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You get future weather content. If you do that, tell friends, family, and everybody else to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for doing this, GavsWeatherVids, and drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. As I said at the start, there we go, I'm back. As I said at the start, we have just reached 11.1k subscribers, so thank you so much, everybody, for getting us our first 100 within 11k. And we are getting very close now to 7 million video views as well. So that's absolutely incredible, an incredible number. Amazing to think that the video has been watched nearly 7 million times. That's like a small country or something. So that's unbelievable as well, and that's going to be our next milestone. Get 7 million video views. Thank you so much, everybody. It's incredible what's happening on the channel. It's been an amazing few months, and yeah, just thank you so much to all of you for all of the support. Unbelievable. Right, we're done with today's videos then. Tomorrow we're going to start off our 7 AM upload. We'll have the final summer update, 10th and final summer update tomorrow at 10 AM. It's going to be an absolute epic. Looking at May data. We're going to have GavsWeatherVids Sunday Roundup live streaming from 6 o'clock. It's Sunday live stream, so we're going to do some long range. And I see you live there, but of course, plenty of uploads, I should say, before that. For this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.